Let me just take a few excerpts of this. What began as a routine legislative exercise has spiraled into a bruising institutional dispute. It has pitted political caucuses against parliamentary procedure, with troubling questions raised about the integrity of the lawmaking process. And at the center of the storm are four newly enacted tax reform laws that were passed by the National Assembly, signed by the President, gazetted and certified, yet are now marred in allegations of post-passage alterations. Just yesterday, the House of Representatives moved decisively to contain the growing controversy, formally disowning an interim report produced by an ad hoc committee constituted by the House Minority Caucus to probe the alleged alterations. And the committee is headed by representative of Baru constituency, Anambra State, Victor Afam Ogene. Ogene, a journalist, made available the interim report by the Minority Caucus committee on Friday, and the report claims that there were alterations in the Gazette, contrary to what the House passed. Well, I don't know, maybe there is a kind of Sakama J here. Like he said, now there's some alterations in the yes.
Well, I'm still very much on the National Assembly, and this one is about the Electoral Act Amendment Bill. And it says stakeholders tackle National Assembly, knock Senate for delay. Senate knows why it is frustrating, it says Okori, and we must avoid doing constitutional crisis. That's coming from Okori, former INEC commissioner, and it says nothing fundamentally wrong with existing act. We just reached to the expected independent National Commission, Electoral Commission proclamation of the notice on 2027 general election in February. The National Assembly may have come under intense pressure over delay in passing the Electoral Act 2022 amendments pending in the Parliament. The pressure became more pronounced at the weekend as some major stakeholders expressed serious concern over the delay, giving knocks to the National Assembly for not prioritizing the Electoral Act over partisan political interest. The House of Representatives concluded its own side of the legislative process as it passed the bill last December before it proceeded on recess. As has the joint public hearing held last October by the Joint Committee of the National Assembly on Electoral Matters, the Senate is yet to pass the bill. Electoral Act Amendment Bill, stakeholders tackle National Assembly. Well, they are saying they have reasons for the delay, and they know why they are frustrating it.
Yes, I have this one that says states got 6.73 trillion naira from federation accounts in 11 months. Revenue surged by 29.08%. Delta, Rivers, Lagos on top of the table. And yes, talking politics now, Tola, Kano State Governor Yusuf, he has picked the APC card. He will pick the APC card today. He's joining the APC today. Yes, it's a done deal. Yes, done deal.
And you know, politicians are very, very interesting people. If you remember the kind of heated loggerheads between him and the APC prior to now, especially between him and the former national chairman of the APC, who was a former governor of the state, Ganduje. Yes. And who said he stepped aside as national chairman because of health reasons, and then he was given a juicy board appointment, which his health did not prevent him from enjoying. I think chairman of the Airports Authority, Nigerian Airports Authority now. So to think that he would be aligning himself with the same APC, the same party that he used all sorts of languages to describe, all sorts of uncomplimentary language to describe, and then well, Dimbo, let's just see the steps of the story. You know, initially they said it was he would be leaving the Kwankwanshia movement, he would be leaving the NPP, but he didn't state what his destination would be, although we already knew. But now that has been confirmed. It's joining the same APC that he had so much denigrated in the past. Kano State Governor Alhaji Abba Kabir Yusuf is set to join the All Progressive Congress APC today, Monday, following his resignation from the New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP) last Friday. A statement by a spokesman has said The statement signed by Sunusi Batule Dawakin Tofa, Director General, Media and Publicity, Government House, Kano, disclosed the governor's decision on Sunday. It should be recorded that Governor Yusuf first joined the APC in 2014. That's where it was coming from. When they won the party's primary election for the Kano Central Senatorial seat, a position he later considered. The Senator Rabi Musa Kwankwanso. The statement added that after years of political engagement across different platforms, including its most recent stint in the NNPP, prevailing realities of governance, national cohesion and development, the stated is to turn to the APC, which he described as a familiar and structured platform for progressive governance. Now, Governor Yusuf was quoted as saying that the joining the APC would further strengthen cooperation with the federal government, accelerate infrastructural development, enhance security coordination and improve service delivery across Kano State. He added that the same would also consolidate political stability and unity in the state. He sees so much that his constituents are not seeing, or maybe they are also seeing the same thing.
They are not talking.
Or maybe he has consulted them. We are the ones that are thinking that DD carries constituents along. Maybe he has consulted widely and they've given the go-ahead to go back, to jump back into the boat from where he had abandoned the boat, the ship he had previously abandoned. Okay, power rotation best arrangement for Nigeria. That's coming from ex-governor Ibikuli Amosu of Ogun State. And okay, diplomats divided over federal government's payment of $9 million to U.S. lobbying firm. Remember that money that we pay?
Yes.
To whitewash ourselves, to whitewash our dirty linen, and so that we whitewash the dirty linen, but it will be whitewashed in public. In public, yes. So to give the Americans a different narrative over the damning issue of Christian genocide, alleged Christian genocide in Nigeria. So we paid a particular firm to do that work for us, and a lot of people have argued. Some have argued that it's standard diplomatic procedure, while some have said it's just a waste of time, a waste of resources, and that well, some have even tried to play up the Trump kind of illegality in all this. But let's see. I'm trying to see. Okay, it says the federal government decision to hire a U.S. lobbying firm in a $9 million contract to communicate its actions on protecting Christians in Nigeria has ignited intense public debate across diplomatic, political, and media circles. The deal reportedly executed through Asta Legal, a law firm based in Kaduna State, which engaged DCI Group on behalf of the National Security Advisor Malamu Ribadu, has raised fundamental questions about Nigeria's image management strategy, foreign policy priorities, and the use of public funds in international advocacy. Now, from retired ambassadors and serving diplomats to media professionals and government spokespersons, opinions are sharply divided on whether the move represents strategic diplomacy or an unnecessary outsourcing of Nigeria's international narrative. Now, former Nigerian Ambassador Sonny Bala Saula has, however, defended the principle behind the government's decision, argued that no government expends such resources without a defined objective. And well, there are those, like I said, those that are for and against. But my own opinion here, well, I'm not a diplomat, so I may be at risk of being sounding ignorant of these matters and the imperativeness of the federal government's action. But for me, Bimbo, I think it's unnecessary, and I think I condemn it in its totality. Yes. Speaking from the point of view of the layman that I am, you know, excuse me because I'm not a diplomat, and I don't understand why this has to be. Why we have to please one international bully? Why we owe one international bully an explanation as to what is happening in our country? Yes, that bully may feel that his interests are being affected by what is happening in our country, but then are there the international laws? Are there so if international laws are made for just some nations, for just the developing nations, and one nation can ride roughshod over the other, so I begin to wonder, where is the place of international law in all this? Why must we? I don't even say we are pleasing one international bully. We are trying to please one man.
Yes,
one man. who believe that being an American is the best thing, I've said it before, to happen to humanity. If you're not an American, there's something wrong with your humanity, and that he has the right to ride roughshod over everyone and everybody. So I'm wondering now, $9 million. Now, what that would do for just one university in this country,
the medical sector.
So if one university is asking for that now, you will say they are being unreasonable. You will say they want to collapse the Nigerian economy, and you can spend that much just to convince someone that there's no Christian genocide in your country. So you have to spend that much, and in a country where an impoverished country, a country that is, as we speak, still the world's poverty capital, you can turn that out at the snap of a finger. To just because you want to convince one. That is the way I'm looking at it too. Like I said, excuse me, I'm not a diplomat, so I cannot see the imperativeness. And the government has also bothered not to convince me as a stakeholder whose money, whose resources, whose tax is being pumped into this, whose money is being spent for this what I consider to be an unnecessary venture. As usual, understand money.
There is nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. It has been done. You know, no meetings, no stakeholders meetings, no town hall meetings, you know, to let people understand what this really means. How many people understand lobbying, what is the name now? Lobbying arrangement for, you know, to tackle all in the name of this insecurity that you are talking about.
And I don't know, when are we going to find ourselves on that path where we'll eventually be able to stand up to this international bully, especially the chief bully? When are we going to get to that level where we will be like China, be like the North Koreans, will be like
North Korea, Japan,
that will be able to stand up to these people? We prefer, as usual, just to put our hands behind our back and they help us to determine where we are going, where our paths would lie, even politically. When 2027 will start, our candidates will start rushing to Chatham House again.
Yeah, Chatham House.
And anything they say, we care so much about whatever they have to say about us, whatever their opinion is about us.
In fact, if it was on that well, I will not support such thing to happen in Nigeria. You know, why didn't they, you know, go attack or say they want to, you know, put some things in place in countries like Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger?
Well, those countries they've also run to another bully that they can hide behind. The Russians.
That is Russia.
So the Russians have their back. So I would have preferred that rather than us spending $9 million to. And there's someone here. Well, he didn't give his name, but a third Nigerian ambassador, he requested anonymity, and he says instead of $9 million lobbying for lobbying, $9 million for lobbying, he says why not empower our ambassadors? The third Nigerian ambassador who requested anonymity expressed concern that the lobbying deal reflects deeper structural weaknesses in Nigeria's diplomatic system. He says, I'm quoting him now, if they are doing lobbying, why don't they spend that money sending out our ambassadors so they can do the official and effective representation on lobbying? He asked.
Yes.
He described the approach as contradictory, especially in the context of delayed ambassadorial appointments. It looks like a double standard. You nominate ambassadors, but you delay their deployment. And at the same time, you pay huge money to lobby the U.S. Congress. Perhaps they want a quick fix. He said, according to him, the government may be pursuing parallel strategies to achieve rapid diplomatic impact.
The ambassadors, you know, normally there should be ambassadors. The president just, appointed some ambassadors and, you know, give them their the countries they should represent. They are supposed to represent the president in that country, and they are supposed to be, you know, given the necessary equipment and all those, and cash and, you know, emoluments to represent the country. So that means the ambassadors are figureheads to me.
What the third diplomat is saying here is that if we had ambassadors in place, perhaps it would have come to this. It would have been the job of the ambassador to convince the U.S. Congress that there is no Christian genocide in Nigeria. Of course, acceptable that there are killings in Nigeria. But
Nigerians are being killed, not Christians alone. Although, well, the last one that happened, it was just unfortunate that 3 churches were attacked.
So our diplomatic missions would have been able to play down that narrative of Christian genocide. That's what the retired ambassador is trying to say here. But then, of course, as usual, we prefer this kind of wastage. And for me, at risk of sounding pessimistic, it's not going to work because this man, the American president, already has his eyes set on something
yes, other
than the narrative of Christian genocide. He has a motive which I believe to be ulterior. So like Mr. John said, he doesn't have time for now. Right now, his attention has been distracted by other international affairs.
Yes.
Where he also wants to put his nose and where he also wants to write roughshod over some countries. Recently, he was even threatening Canada, not just Greenland. Canada, Iran, Venezuela,
Iran, Colombia.
So a lot of things are actually taking his attention now. But very soon he will have our time, like Mr. John said, and he will come back. So I don't think this $9 billion, whatever, it's not going to work. It's the usual silly way of doing, my opinion here, of doing things on the part of the Nigerian government. So, well, we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
Yes. Now, the president is jetting out again, this time to Turkey. Yes, he says it's to deepen partnership. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu departs Abuja today for the Republic of Turkey to deepen bilateral partnership. He will be accompanied by ministers and top government officials. Presidential spokesman Bayo Onanuga noted that the visit will feature a Nigeria-Turkey business forum, bringing together investors and private sector leaders from both countries to explore mutually beneficial investment opportunities and partnerships. Well, that is the aim, what they always aim at. But at the same time, the security aspect, if we don't take care of the security aspect, that is the Nigerian government, yes, if we don't, I don't think this will work. But I hope it will work. Yes, and the statement said the president will take advantage of talks with his Turkish counterpart, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, strengthening the cordial bilateral relationships between the two countries while opening new fronts of cooperation across critical sectors of national development. Well, that is on ground now.
Again, bandits abduct 6 as Khan holds special prayers for 177 worshippers under captivity. A special prayer for the safe return of abducted 177 worshippers was organized by the Christian Association of Nigeria, Khan Kajuru chapter. Bandits again on Saturday evening stormed Ongwa Bakon in Maraban Kajuru in Kufana Ward and abducted 6 residents. A resident, Stephen Kefas, posted on his Facebook page that bandits stormed the area at 1 a.m., broke into some houses and forcefully took the victims to an unknown destination. This incident didn't occur in a remote village with no access to road. It happened right at the heart of Kajuru in Kufana, he said. As at the time of filing this report, there was no response from the police or security agencies. The police that would deny it as usual. First of all, deny. And then they will say nothing like that happened. They will say they are trying to prevent panic, that they are trying to manage bad information. And that was why they lied to the people of Kaduna State and Nigerians.
That nothing of such happened. And at the end of the day, they were saying that the community should bring out names of the people that were actually involved in the kidnapping, and still they did not really believe that people. They saw that people were killed. They knew the event. They knew that they
admitted that they lied.
Yes, and later they admitted.
That lie was standard procedure to them, and I'm worried that inept commissioner of police is still in that seat.
Yes,
that worries me. That worries me a lot.
Yes, it should have been removed instantly. Now, a police officer has been, this is coming from Oyo State now. A police officer has been killed in an ambush by suspected gunmen at Budo Moshalashi border post in Oyo State. The incident, which occurred about 2 p.m. yesterday, happened as the police who were on routine patrol in the area encountered a group of about 15 suspected bandits. The source added that an exchange of gunfire ensued, during which the inspector was hit. An unconfirmed source added that the assailants also seized his AK-47 rifle with 30 rounds of ammunition bearing breech number 4516. A spokesman of the Oyo State Command Deputy Superintendent of Police Oluyole Olayinka confirmed the development, saying preliminary findings indicated that some of the attackers sustained bullet injuries and operatives were on their trail. Also, the State Police Command has announced the interception of a truck conveying suspected explosive materials during a stop and search in Shaki. Okay, well, the last part. How did those explosives enter Shaki?
Well, I'm thinking here that maybe they are meant for construction purposes, although albeit maybe they were being moved illegally. Maybe they are meant for rock blasting. I'm just thinking that is a possibility. It could also be for another criminal use. But then, even if it was meant for construction purpose, there is a standard procedure as to how these explosives should be moved. They should be able to prove that, and also should be able to prove that if this is the case, that maybe for rock blasting, this is what we are using it for, and all that.
Yes, that might be possible.
But I'm thinking like this because of they call the Bodija explosion, Bodija incident, and it was discovered that actually those explosives belong to those who were quarry operators. Were meant for blasting rocks, but it was very, very illegal for them to have stored it
in the residential area.
And that had been going on for a while. Some of the residents knew, but this mind your business and whatever stopped them from saying anything.
Actually, there was a mate, a colleague of mine, we went to secondary school together, GCI. Yes, I saw him that day. And I asked him, I said, some people might have seen this thing, they might have noticed. He said, Bodija is an elitist area, so we don't dabble into other people's business. I said, yes.
But even this elitist thing that we are talking about, this mind your business issue, those who are trying to copy, they don't really mind their business as such. I mean, if you travel abroad,
if they see something,
they will call the police.
Yes.
So, I don't know. But then the police, regarding this particular matter of the truck intercepted in Shaki, the police are saying that detailed forensic analysis has since commenced, alongside a thorough and robust investigation to determine the exact nature of the items and their intended use. And the driver has been taken into custody. And also the owners should be traced. And should be, so even if it's about using it for quarry purposes or whatever, they must also answer to the law for albeit moving it in an illegal way, in an illegal manner, and in a manner that will compromise public safety. Let's have this commercial break and we'll be back.
Olúmídé, kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé ìwọ ló dáhùn ìpè mi?
Ọ̀rẹ́, fojú fóònù ẹ̀ dáadáa kó wo ẹni tó pè jàre.
Ẹ̀yà, àwọn bọ́tìnì orí fóònù yìí ti wẹ́ jù. Kó rọrùn láti kà. Ọlámídé ni mo fẹ́ pè jàre.
Wo ọ̀rẹ́, ó yẹ kó wá lọ ṣàyẹ̀wò ojú ẹ̀ níbùdó ìlera o, kó o sì gba ìgò ìríran náà.
Máa gbọ́, ìgò ìríran níbùdó ìlera bíi ti báwo.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, tó o bá ti pé ọmọ ọdún márùndínlógójì tàbí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, wá lọ ṣe àyẹ̀wò ojú ẹ lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́, wàá sì gba ìgò ìríran lótí ògara láwọn ibùdó ìlera tá a ti yà sọ́tọ̀ nítòsí rẹ.
Bá a ti ń dàgbà lójú wa nílò àtìlẹyìn díẹ̀ láti ríran kedere. Yọjú sí ibùdó ìlera kan nítòsí rẹ fún àyẹ̀wò ojú lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ àti fún ìgò ìríran níwó tí ògara lónìí láti mọ ìyàtọ̀. Pé 0706-489-9614 fún àlàyé síwájú sí àmì 0706-489-9614. Ìkéde yìí wá látọ̀dọ̀ National Eye, Air and Sensory Functions Health Program ti Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare pẹ̀lú àjọṣe Vision Spring Nigeria. Vision Spring, ríran kedere gbé ìgbé ayé àlàáfíà.
Any motor where you dey drive, you need confirm protection, no, for your engine, no. Make it mobile, make it mobile, oh, make it mobile. Any have to be number one, yo. Make it mobile, oh. Make it mobile, eh. You carry the go. Make everybody join me, say. Make it mobile.
Make you go with the best.
Make it mobile.
Hello.
Olumide, why you dey answer the phone now?
Oh boy, look again, make you see who call you.
Chai! Omo, this small text no easy to read again, no. Now Olamide be one call.
It be like Satan don't reach for you to enter one health outlet. Make them help you check your eye. Make you also arrange reading glasses.
Reading glasses for health outlets?
Well, if you don't reach your past 35 years, you fit get free vision screening and reading glasses with the affordable for some health outlet near you.
As we don dey age, our eyes need small support to take dey see well. Enter any health outlet wey near you for free eye check. Come get reading glasses wey dey affordable to take dey see well. Green us for 0706 489 9614 for more info need. Na 0706 489 9614. Na the National Eye, Ear and Sensory Functions Health Program of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. They partner with Vision Spring Nigeria to bring you this message. Vision Spring. See well. Do well.
Alright, we are back and the program is still Conversation. We're still on crime and human angle stories this morning. This is a very, very sad one, Bimbo, and then a sad and unavoidable tragedy. Yeah. A domestic abuse ends in horror as man kills wife, self with acid, leaves 3 ailing children behind. It says the long history of domestic abuse has ended in a tragedy in Akufu, in the local government area for your state, after a 49-year-old man allegedly attacked his wife with acid before ingesting the corrosive substance himself. The incident claimed the lives of the couple and left their 3 surviving children, 2 of whom live with sickle cell disorder, facing an uncertain future and urgent humanitarian needs. Now, the couple, identified as Mr. Leko Adedeji and Mrs. Zainab Adedeji, 44, had been married for more than 25 years. Now, to cut a long story short, the family members said the union was marred by persistent violence. They said both partners unknowingly there were sickle cell carriers of the sickle cell traits. And of course, that condition globally affected their children's health. Well, they got married, and then, well, 3 of the children are now dead. The woman had 6 children, 3 are dead, and 3 are surviving. One of the 3 surviving children, Rashida, is 20. She's in SS1. Folawa 17 is AS, and Folahome 6 is also SS. Pardon me, Rashida 20 is SS, Folawa 17 is AS, and Folahome 6 is also SS. That's talking about their blood groups. Both Rashida and Folahome reportedly suffer regular sickle cell crisis and require constant medical attention. Now, according to one of the relations who was taking the children into care after the incident occurred, so according to, her name is Achake, according to Achake, domestic violence was a recurring problem in the marriage, revealing that the man kept insisting that she should continue giving birth, knowing the risk. He frequently beat her. The level of violence was extreme. She said that her sister left the matrimonial home about 3 months prior to the incident. We begged her to return in the past, but this time she refused. She said she could not continue like that, as Shaka said. So it's unfortunate they are both dead now. You don't speak ill of the dead. But then this is the problem with our society.
Yes.
Domestic violence occurs. The woman who is usually the victim tries to quit the marriage, and people come telling her you have to stay until the woman is sent back to them in a coffin.
Yes.
And now this has happened now.
It has happened.
The woman left in the past, you persuaded her to go back to continue bearing. I'm sorry, but I don't want to really speak ill of the dead, but to continue suffering from the ravages of a beast, and sometimes we make excuses for this a beast in human flesh. But then they are both dead now, and they are so rest in peace.
Yes, it is quite unfortunate that this happened, but at the same time, we would like to admonish our young ones, big couples. They should always go for tests, yes, before they get married. This is not about I love you, nothing will happen. No. Go for tests. If you see that you are compatible, yes, so be it. But if you see that you are not compatible, forget about I love you, because at the end of the day, it will just be giving you problems.
Because at the end of the day, this is what seems to be at the root of whatever went wrong with their marriage. 25 years they've been married, and they've been there that for 25 years.
Yes.
But then the man, I'm sorry to say, selfishly insisted that she should continue giving birth, despite doing the rest.
And it is not supposed to be. There is it has a limit to where the woman can be just giving birth to children anyhow like that.
See, they said the man giving a vivid recount of the incident to the youngest child. He said the husband poured acid on his wife's body and attempted to force her to drink it. When he could not make her drink it, he poured it all over her. He then drank the acid himself. Adding that, prior to consuming the acid, the husband handed over his mobile phone and money intended for the children's school fees to another person. And Ashake, the one who has taken the children into her care now, she said the fatal weekend began in December last year when the husband called his wife under the pretext of providing funds for her second daughter's West African senior school certificate examination fees. He asked her to come and collect the money. She went to the second daughter and the youngest son, Ashake claimed. And upon reaching the house, she also claimed that the man instructed the second daughter to take the youngest child outside. And while the daughter was sweeping in the compound, she reportedly heard her mother screaming. When she tried to open the door, he pushed it back, locked it, and chased her away. So we think that it was all premeditated by the man.
Well, before we open the phone lines, it has begun. Today is the day Oluyole at 50 celebrations. Yes, it begins today. And yes, there have been advertorials and announcements that yes, Oluyole is 50, and the adverts have been on for some time now. And the activities marking the 50th anniversary of Oluyole State's creation will begin today, and the opening ceremony is scheduled to be held at the International Conference Center of the University of Ibadan, the Oluyole State capital, according to the 50th anniversary committee chairman Said Akinade Fijabi. And Governor Seyi Makinde is expected to deliver a welcome address at the ceremony. And well, the activities goes on and on. We'll keep you posted.
Right, it's time to open the phone lines. 070-5555-1985 or 080-5500-9850. Right, what are the numbers and contributions on the program this morning? Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay, looks like we lost that. Okay, why would invest $20 billion in Nigeria? That's coming from Shell CEO. He's commonly presenting Igbo's leadership. Yes, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
You want to call us, but the line is muffled. We can't hear you. 070-5500-9850.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. We're having a challenge on the line this morning. 070-5555-1985. 080-5500-9885.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I want to make an observation.
Okay.
I think Tola was trying to compare Nigeria to some of these countries, maybe China or something. We are not compatible. You said we should stand up to our men. We are not compatible. How many languages do we speak in Nigeria? How many languages do they speak over there? So we are not compatible. That's the observation I want to make. Remain judge.
You didn't tell us your name. Oh, he's gone. Well, what I said was that I didn't say that we could do that just yet, but what I'm saying is that we should begin to tow the path that would eventually put us on the pedestal that we may be able to actually stand up to these international bullies. And that's what I was trying to say.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Antola, Mr. Bimo.
Good morning, Mr. John.
John calling from John. As regard Mr. Antola saying where are the law in the international law? No more international law. Some have hijacked every international law. Is the one making peace everywhere. The United Nations has no say again. They only gather together for gathering sake. On the presidency, hiring foreign firm to lobby, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong in lobbying, especially when you realize that some of your political rivals are lobbying everywhere to see how you will be removed from power, either legally or illegally. So, but the issue is that spending $9 million on hiring a foreign firm to lobby your way is the issue. I think that money would have been better spent by just trying to gather some of our retired foreign diplomats who are well recognized and well respected among this country. Gather some of them and let them speak with Mr. Trump. You could easily spend that money on them, equip them to rub mind with Mr. Trump. Maybe we have a change of heart. You should have just spent that money on some of our retired foreign diplomats. We do have good foreign diplomats in those days, but they no longer exist. But the ones that are retired, you should have used them. In those days, US doesn't bully us because we are much more aligned with the Russians. And when you look at the Civil War, when some other Western nations were pumping ammunition to the Biafran, it was Russia that stood by Nigeria during the Civil War. I don't know why we walked away from Russia. When we were with the Russian, when any superpower talks, we can have a reply. Instantly, I remember, they don't want to reply the US then, and the US will keep quiet just because of the Russian. Now, we decided to be eating small from China, small from US, small from Russia, not aligning with anybody at all fully, and it is dangerous for us. Enjoy your day, sir. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Very what you said about hiring the services of these retired diplomats. Even if it's not retired diplomats, there are some people that the Americans really respect.
Yes.
But no matter what you feel about him, no matter how you want to dislike him, Baba is very much respected.
He's a UN eminent personnel.
So if you give him that responsibility, I'm sure the American president will listen to him. No matter what you may think about Obasanjo, the Americans have a lot of respect for him.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is
Good to have you, sir.
Distribution of meter is the right step in the right direction. This taking properly. You see, there will be some change in this now. What do I mean? You pay for the meter, you pay for the wire, and when you come to our place here, you come to our place here, you see we are using bamboo to connect all the wire. And it's not good enough. When you travel out of the country, you can't see me at a video interview. You can't see a military wire. So all these things, they should, the US go or what the local government, they should take note of this. But I heard that we are disputing that it can be possible. The honorable minister has said that they should hold the meter free of charge. But the minister has now said that it's not possible, especially in television. Why? So they should happen to the what the minister has told them. That is what we believe. You cannot be paying for all this and that. Then paying for the meter and paying for the wire, paying for everything. So I think we should do that in the right direction. As per security, I explained myself, that with that number, that the security security officers, they need to move to the north. Now, what I need to do now, I've been saying it. The government is always at the forefront of war. Let them change their dreams to the north, where they are kidnapping our system. So, thank you, Dr. Ilabogu.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ilabogu. Well, Dr. Ilabogu, where do these ones that the generals are even being killed by bandits? Yes. You want the military service teams to move to the center of the conflict. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mr. Bimbo.
Mr. John.
Please permit me. Last week on Friday, you said Ikeja local government in Kogi State.
Okay.
No, Ikeja federal constituency. We don't have such in Kogi State. Falele is not a Kogi politician. He's a Lagos State politician, and he represents Ikeja federal constituency in Ikeja. So he only come home occasionally to take his shot of governorship when there is time for governorship election. He only try to try his luck. So he's not the Kogi State politician. He represents Lagos and not Kogi. Thank you.
No, thank you. Well, actually, somebody also clarified that. And I think the man who calls from Oluyole, and I think he actually clarified that as well on Friday. Good morning. Which one, sir?
$9 million paid by the government. Nothing is good with all those people to get around. But one thing, that money should have been better put in use. That the government, the leadership is enough, especially the individual leaders. Why can't they? I've been saying this a lot for 15 years or so. Bring someone like the chief imam in Mecca, of Medina, the ones that call their own in Mecca and Medina. Bring him to Nigeria. Let him have this 3-day visitation. Invite the person to know. Let them have a function. You know, all these gigs, those are what big people. Let them come to Abuja, and let him talk. If 20 minutes talk, we kill everything Islamic in this agitation. Anything militant are doing. Because he's going to tell them the truth, and he's going to render the light of Gumi and any other religion that anything they say is useless. Because this is the ultimate. This is the ultimate system they can hear from any Islamic. Anything. They might now come out with another attempt to promote their knowledge, but it's not going to be Islamic again. But they later on, lying our normal people wanted. So that is just it. It should be, practical and discussion, not to they just want to wish problem away. They don't want to, even the stick they say they are using, they are not using the stick enough. Why can't we just clear 21 days flush out for these people and not anything we have? The real source, the everything, everybody now identify some locations and match them out. You know them. This is follow them. And you don't make progress too. That's just it. Then former governor of Oluyole State wife, which is one that was saying, I want to take yesterday, that was saying that go to the war. Madam, there is no going to be anywhere in anywhere. You all know yourself. You are all brothers. It's all politics that you are doing to yourself. So don't come on social media or public space and be declaring any war. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Judy. Well, if you are saying that we should throw everything at the terrorists, you're asking the politicians to do that. Well, I don't know. You're asking them to make war on themselves.
Yes. Hello, good morning. Last caller. Hello, good morning. Last caller. Quickly.
Oh, so sorry. The line is muffled. We couldn't hear you. I'm not just before we I'm still by BYE. And nothing I want to say about what Mr. Jibo from Ikolaba has said. When he said that we should invite the Imam from Saudi Arabia, respected Christ, to come and talk to maybe these people will listen. Well, these people, the perpetrators of these heinous acts, they do not respect the Saudi religious structure. They have no regard for the Saudi Imam. Like you have said, ISIS, Iswat, Boko Haram, they do not believe in the Saudi structure. If they had their way, they would kill the Imam. If they could have their way, they would destroy even Makkah if they had their way. These are criminals, not Muslims. But we have to go. Check the time is 7:30, and we'll be back same time tomorrow morning, God willing. My name is Tola Teriba.
And my name is Bimbo Akonbi. Thank you very much for listening. Have a wonderful week ahead.
Conversation.
Answering the phone.
Check again and see who you called.
Hey, these small letters are not easy reading, you know. I wanted to call Olamide.
I think it's time for you to go to a health outlet to check your eyes and get reading glasses.
Health outlet? For reading glasses?
Yes. If you're 35 years or older, receive free vision screening and affordable reading glasses at designated health outlets near you.
As we age, our eyes need a little support to see clearly. Visit a health outlet nearby for a free eye check and affordable reading glasses today to see the difference. Call 0706-489-9614 for more information. That's 0706-489-9614. This message is brought to you by the National Eye, Ear and Sensory Function Health Program of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare in conjunction with Vision Spring Nigeria. Vision Spring. See well, do well.
èyíkéyìí ọkọ̀ tó bá ń wà. onílọ àbòtò péye. máa dágunlá jẹ́ tó jẹ́ mú bí o. níbikíbi tó bá wà ló mú ojúlówó. bóyá sọ pé. jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mú bí o. bóbi ní ṣúlẹ̀ ọ̀yọ́. jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mú bí o.
Lọ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó.
The city of Ibadan, the home of ancient warlords, in the Pacesetter state, this is Oluyole FM, Ibadan.